Hello, everyone. I'm that one nerd, Jacob.
And I'm that one Scout Collins.
And welcome to episode 8 of Those Nerds on a Podcast.
Is it
Uh,
really episode 8?
it is. We're about to
I
hit
lost
double
count.
digits, baby.
Double digits.
Oh my god.
Once we hit double digits, we have to keep going until we hit triple digits. It's the law.
Yeah, it is. It really is, which means at least 2 more seasons. Why is my camera lagging? Come on, dude. The fuck? Why is this always just a me problem? Why does this always specifically happen to me?
How could this happen to me?
Yeah. Anyway, it looks like it's chilling out. Never mind. I shouldn't have said anything. We're just gonna ignore it. Sorry, video listeners. Fuck you.
You've had all the advantages these past couple of episodes.
Yeah, now you
have
got
to
a
go over the
disadvantage
Spotify
of
version.
Yeah, you got a disadvantage of me lagging like a bitch. As long as the audio's fine, that's all I care about. Cause like, I'm gonna be honest. I listen to our podcast whenever it releases on Wednesday on my drive to work. I watch the video version just because I don't have Spotify, I have Apple Music. And I never actually watch the video. I just turn on the audio over the Bluetooth in my car and then let it run that way. So, there's not too many visual gags that we're going to be doing. Anyway, you wanna
gag. So I've got this
not that comically large spoon.
Anyway, I've got this box that I picked up at Walmart called 88 Conversations for Husbands and Wives. So anytime we get bored, we can one of us can activate my trap card, and I'm gonna randomly pull one of these conversation starters out of the box.
You know what? Let's just go ahead and start off the episode doing that. So we can at least get a feel for what kind of questions we're gonna have from those.
Alright, I activate my trap card. What are your top 3 hopes and dreams for our kids? Well, Jacob, I want our kids to be strong. I want them to be able to take on the hard times that are coming, because hard times are always on the horizon. True. I want them to have a foundation of morals set in stone. And I want them to have a shitload of guns. Just all the guns.
All right, listen. 3 hopes and dreams for our future children. They better be a gamer, right? If they're not a gamer, I don't fucking want them. All right? Listen. They better be smart, okay? Smarts gets you a long way, okay? Smarts gets you a very long way. Number 3, they better be a quick learner because I'm going to teach them a lot of shit right out the gate. And I'm going to teach them everything all at once, not focus on one thing.
Throw the book at them.
Exactly. It's like, okay, we're going to focus on one thing for 30 minutes at a time, and we're going to go over multiple things in the span of the next 5 hours. Be ready. Sink or swim.
Jake cram schooling his kids on life.
Yeah. So those really are husband and wife questions. Now that raises the question, which one of us is the husband and which one of us is the wife? Don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like that, you son of a bitch.
I think we all know. Just nobody wants to say it.
Yeah, you right. Okay. Anyway.
Hey, you look very nice today, Jake.
Thank you. You look very handsome.
Thank you.
Oh, man.
This is so stupid.
It is so stupid. God. Anyway, so yeah, in case we ever get bored, you get to hear us answer questions like that. Dude, so I was talking to Summer about it yesterday while we were driving to her audition. Why didn't the Mario movie come out yesterday? Because March 10th, Mario Day, was on a Friday, which is when movies come out.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't they release the Mario movie on Mario Day?
I'm gonna tweet at Chris Pratt right now.
Just not even at Nintendo or at Illumination, just like at Chris Pratt. Why the fuck wasn't the movie out yesterday? Hang on, are you actually tweeting this right now?
I am actually gonna tweet at Chris Pratt.
Bro, I'm a retweet that shit. Let me know whenever it's up because we need to know, Chris.
Movie.
Mr. Pratt. I went to your page and all I saw was the meme just how middle-aged men take their profile pic.
Dog.
It's accurate though. Or they take it from like the weirdest angle and do like a weird half-ass smile like
Oh,
you
let me
know?
try and do a middle-aged selfie. Hold on, I got this.
Oh, bro, I got this too.
Yep. Yep.
And it was out of focus, which makes it even better, you know?
Oh yeah.
All right, did you tweet it?
Yeah, I tweeted it.
Okay, let's see. Yeah. I'm gonna retweet that, and then I'm gonna retweet it from the podcast account.
Oh yeah. Triple whammy.
Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah.
Take that, Chris Pratt.
Yeah, Chris Pratt, you're being called out from a podcast that gets 12 viewers.
Yep. Yep. If you have to defend yourself. You have to come on the podcast now and defend yourself.
On God, if we ever could get Chris Pratt, like that would be pretty fucking cool. If we could get any celebrity, right? Like, don't get me wrong, I love the fact that the guests that we have on the podcast are friends and everything and that we know them. But, like, imagine getting a celebrity or, like, another famous content creator on here. That would be lit as hell.
Lit.
Oh, man, dude. Ugh. I'm mad. You want to know why I'm mad?
Why are you mad?
The fucking Arlington Renegades. So we won against Orlando last week by 1 point. 1.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
We only scored 10 points. At first, I thought this was a problem with our starting quarterback, Plitt. So they put in Slaughter at the starter. It's not a quarterback issue. It's the fact that our offense is just ass. And now we are a little less than 2 weeks away until me and Isaiah leave for Arlington to go watch an Arlington Renegades football game. And can I just say that the closer and closer we get to it, the less and less excited I'm getting just because of all the weeks passing by of seeing how shit our team is. But also, I should be used to this. I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan. I should be used to disappointment.
God damn you, Texas!
Okay, specifically like Dallas-based teams. Actually, no, Houston sucks too. Oh, man. But, like...
Will we ever win?
No. I mean, we got to the playoffs this year, but surprise, surprise, we choked in the fucking playoffs as normal. I'm not even surprised at this point.
They try so hard to get to the playoffs, and then they're like, "What? Okay, now how do we win the playoffs?" I don't know. I never thought I'd get this far.
Yeah, dude, it's bullshit. Oh my God. Keeping on the topic of sports, though, so you see in the WrestleMania card lineup?
I haven't seen the whole card yet.
The whole card isn't finalized. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul.
Is it true we're probably going to get Sami Zayn versus Solo Sikoa?
Solo Sikoa?
Yes,
I could see that. I could see that happening. Obviously, Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns. We've known that since Royal Rumble.
It's gonna be a banger.
Oh my God, it's gonna be a banger and a half, dude. That's probably gonna be, as long as they don't fuck up the match, in contention for match of the year. Like, across all companies, not just WWE, across every wrestling promotion in the world, you know? Like,
it's got that nice slow build up.
Mm-hmm.
The
Uh,
fact the fact that they managed to pull that off though. Woo!
the one thing that worries me, so apparently Brock Lesnar has in his contract that Vince McMahon has to be in charge of the creative for his matches. So that means Vince
Really?
Vince set up Brock's match for WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
It's Brock Lesnar versus Omos. Don't get me
I
wrong.
think
I don't
I
dislike Omos, but the only thing he has going for him is that he's tall.
I mean that's it sounds like a fun match. It would be really cool to
That's the
see
thing,
Brock's
though.
soup.
It's a fun match. Like, fun matches have their place, but WrestleMania feels like the place where you should only have matches that really hold weight and matter. Sort of like Austin Theory versus John Cena for the United States Championship.
I mean, we got 2 whole days to fill. I mean, we could throw in Brock Lesnar versus
I
Omos.
mean, I guess
really
that's true. I guess that's
I
true.
wanna
We
see-
did have Johnny Knoxville versus Sami Zayn last year, and that was just
that
a
was-
fun match.
It was really cool to watch, though.
But yeah, it's just, I don't know. Vince really has something with Omos, dude. Like, he's probably got some fantasies with that man.
I want to see Brock Lesnar German suplex Omos so much.
That would be fun to watch, yes.
Woo!
Woo!
That's the sound he makes.
Although I haven't really been keeping up too much with wrestling lately, just because stream schedule and then being busy after work in general. Those are like the main matches that I know about, just because those are things that pop up whenever I scroll through like TikTok or whenever I open YouTube. It'll be like the top recommendation for me for that day. So I'm just like, oh, okay. Although, so you know the AI president's playing games meme, right?
Yes. Yes.
Well, there's now an account that is AI voice Vince McMahon. I saw one video, it's like, these are my top 5 Undertaker moments. And it's just the one match that Undertaker versus Shane McMahon in the Hell in a Cell, and he's just shit talking Shane the whole time. Just like, I love the moment whenever Undertaker coerced my son into jumping 30 feet off of a Hell in a Cell and then rolled off the table. Really showed that punk what's up. You know, like... Oh my god.
There's one. You know that burned guy from Fallout 76?
No, because I've never played Fallout 76.
You know the one with we can't expect God to do all the work?
I know the line, but I don't know the character.
Oh. Well, he's a really like religious zealot kind of guy in like the game.
Yeah.
So these guys are making an AI bot get it to where this guy reads the entire Bible. They've already done Genesis, Exodus, all of the Psalms, Revelations, and the first Gospel of Matthew. So yeah, that's pretty cool.
Dude, I just got a message on
What's
my
your
latest
message?
Instagram post talking about, oh yeah, I need people to sign up for the tournament. It's clearly a bot, but it just says, amazing post. We loved your profile. We are from Nomad Trek, a gaming brand. We love you to represent our gaming setup brand. Can you please reach out to us? Please ask for Jennifer at our main account. I don't have a gaming setup. Like, I have a shit setup. I have a laptop. I have a HyperX Quadcast S. I have a nice camera. And then I have a PlayStation TV. This is not a good setup. Hang on. I need to see what this is about. Oh yeah, this is literally a gaming setup. I almost want to send a picture of my setup, be like, yeah, is this worthy of money? Please give me money.
Here's text back, dude. We'll give you a free setup. Get that shit off of that desk.
Dude, if they gave me a free setup, like PC and everything, I wouldn't even want money as a payment. I would use, like, as long as it's a decent enough spec PC, right? Because, like,
it's an RTX 2080.
3090 at the very least, bro.
At the very least, my brother in Christ, my computer has a 3060.
Okay, well, still. But yeah, like it's always funny whenever I post stuff, and I avoid using hashtags on a lot of posts just because that draws in a lot of bot accounts. Like, yes, it does have the ability to draw in actual views and get people interested, but the amount of times that I will get bot DMs, bot messages, bot comments whenever I post stuff like that under hashtags to try and get more engagement from actual people, it gets very, very, very annoying.
I get
Like,
that.
like, I remember the one time I actually went for one of those. It was, you know, the GameCube shirt that I have.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they're still a company or not. They got a cease and desist from Nintendo. Uh, yeah, they did. So I made ads for this site. I had my own promo code and everything, sort of like Caleb's Dubby deal that he has going on right now.
Well, plug that.
We'll plug it in a second. But
Okay.
it was a brand called Retro Gaming Wear. Hang on.
I remember those sponsorships.
Yeah, I
was so
I
happy
posted them on
for
all my
you.
social medias. One of my YouTube videos still has that sponsorship still in it, just because I didn't want to delete the video and then re-upload it. So one of my videos on my channel does still have that sponsored segment. But hang on, I remember taking a picture with the shirt like a year after this it all went down, because I'm like, oh yeah, this would be like a fun piece of history to talk about. Let's see, because I just wanna read off verbatim what I said. There it is. Hey yo, check out this cool GameCube shirt from Redacted, because I didn't want to bring up the name since I got a cease and desist from Nintendo. I tried to not associate myself with them. Fun fact, I was at one point a brand ambassador for a company that got a cease and desist from Nintendo because of some of their shirts. While the ad has been pulled from all social media, a longer version of the ad exists in one of my YouTube videos. Like, I put in effort for that ad too. I recorded two versions of the ad, although they were not very different at all. I recorded one that was for YouTube that could be longer, and then I recorded one specifically for social media, so that way it could be a slightly smaller crop and a slightly shorter video, because, you know, in my tech class, we had to learn about advertising. So, whenever it comes to social media advertisements, you want to make sure everything can fit in a 1:1 ratio, but you want to also utilize the full ratio of the screen. So, whenever you're doing that, put everything that you want physically seen by anyone passing by in that 1:1 box. And then anything extra can be outside. That's unimportant. But I remember taking those skills and I'm like, okay, yeah, this is how I'm going to put the advertisement in YouTube. This is how I'm going to put the advertisement in places like TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all that fun stuff. And I really hate that it fell through, because, like, oh my God, I genuinely was like, oh, this is actually pretty cool. Like, I still have the shirt. I like the shirt. It is a nice shirt. I like the design on it. But God, hang on. I'm going to see if they still exist real quick.
You and your sponsorships, let me tell you.
Me and that one single Oh, well, no. The other thing I uploaded wasn't a sponsorship. I was trying to get some extra entries to a PC giveaway. Retro Gaming Wear. Let's see if it still exists. Oh. They made a post back in November, but also it wasn't advertising anything. It's just like, yeah, it's been a long time. And I'm like, okay. Oh, dude, yeah, no, they shut down. Like, they still have a Discord community, but the actual store for retro gaming wear is now no more.
Oh, Jesus.
If only they didn't get a cease and desist from Nintendo.
Yep.
I'm trying to see. Yeah, they're The last time that they had advertised clothing was January 7th of last year.
Ooh, that's that's really fucking depressing.
And see, like, I want to be able to get those sponsorship opportunities and, like, brand ambassadorships. But the thing is, I always make sure to deep dive into whatever brands reach out to me. Because I want to make sure that it's a brand that I would actually use. Like, I don't want to
Mhm.
advertise anything I would never use. I learned that the hard way with Raid Shadow Legends, right? Like, I learned that the hard way. So I want to make sure if I ever get opportunities for myself, I want to make sure it's something I would use, make sure it's something I'm comfortable advertising that I use. And I want to make sure that it's something that I think the community at large would be interested in as well. Like Retro Gaming Wear, that was perfect. That was like
Yeah.
the perfect sponsorship for me. And then again, I learned the hard way with Raid Shadow Legends.
Yeah, I felt I learned that from just by watching you, which is why I only took the W sponsorship after I tested it.
Yeah,
Because
definitely.
I tested it in one of the most grueling ways possible. I was doing a 24-hour guard shift.
Oh
So
yeah, I remember you saying this about that whenever we first advertised W on the podcast.
I literally had to stay in the same place for 24 hours straight. I could only leave to go eat and then come back in like an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason I could do that was because there was literally a non-commissioned officer sitting right there and another Joe.
Yeah.
So that was fun.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that stuff helped me stay awake. I didn't fall asleep. I didn't really need to fall asleep. There were a couple times I was just sitting there like
Just zombified.
I hope nothing tries to attack this building because I will not be capable.
I am
Oh
not
well.
capable of defense right now.
Yeah. And then I made myself do push-ups for like 20 minutes and then it was fine.
Hell yeah. I still need to get some W. I remember last time we advertised, I said I would get some, and then I got a pretty short paycheck just because it was a
Well,
slow week at work.
if you go to www.gg.
Haha, you fucked up.
www.w.gg and put in the code Scouty, you'll get yourself a little 10%. And if you find a flavor that you really want to try, they have pre-orders now. So now you can be like, I want this one because it's in the store right now, but I also want to pre-order that one for when it comes out.
Yo, let me see what kind of flavors they got too for the viewers.
They got a lot of flavors.
W.GG.
Right now I've got their blue raspberry one called Big Energy Tears.
All right, let's see. They've got Passion Joy Tea. It's passion fruit iced tea mix. That sounds pretty good. Beach and Peach, mango white peach cooler.
Mm-hmm.
Whew. Monkey Madness is just strawberry and banana. That's a caffeine-free blend as well. So, like, if you don't want caffeine and you just want a nice drink to have, there you go. But yeah, Big Energy Tears, Dragonade Energy, Dub Sludge.
Dub Sludge. That's sour green apple.
I know, that's the one that I want the most. But now I'm seeing, like, since the first time I checked, they only had, like, 4 flavors. And this was only a month ago that we talked about this. Now they have, it looks like at least 10.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, they're definitely trying to boost their availability of different flavors. And then, if it's your thing, you can do the mystery bundle, which is a random tub plus shaker, and they have titty bottles. They have what? They have shaker bottles that are just anime girls in bikinis.
Oh, okay. I'm like, what the fuck is a titty bottle?
It's just a bottle shaped like a breast.
It's got a little baby nipple that you can.
Oh, it's sold out. Never mind. Forget that I brought that part up.
Just pre-order it.
No, it's not even available for pre-order.
Ah.
Yeah, they have a lot of stuff. They got merch now too. I didn't see merch last time I had checked the storefront, so
Oh, you mean like the shirts and stuff?
yeah.
Yeah, the shirts are pretty cool.
They
What the
also had a
fuck?
flag. So if you're a flag guy, we've talked about this in a previous podcast. I'm not a big
I
flag
love
guy.
flag. I
Caleb's a
love
flag guy.
flags. I
So
love flags.
that would definitely be something if you're a big flag guy. But anyway, sponsorships aside.
Yes.
Oh god, dude. I finally got my manager shirts this week.
Mm-hmm.
I got them yesterday, which is like it's weird now because I'm not going to be wearing the original blue. Even if I wanted to keep them, I can't because we're not using those uniforms anymore, which kind of sucks. But it's just weird. I had to learn to run everything on Tuesday. Why does the tornado siren sound higher pitched than normal? It also got quieter. I think it
it's
just
an actual fucking tornado.
no,
Woo!
it sounded like it just blew itself out. Like it went higher pitched than normal and now it's quieter than normal. Did our tornado siren over here just fucking blow itself out off of a test? Ain't no way.
Live on those nerds on a podcast. Oh my god.
I don't even know if it was picked up on the mic, but like normally it's like it sounds like an octave lower and it's normally I want to say twice as loud as it is right now. Unless they were modifying it just because obviously since there's a neighborhood and an apartment complex and a school right next to the fucking siren, they don't want to make everyone go deaf trying to take shelter. Sorry, that's just that gave me a little chuckle, a little funny haha. Oh my god, we're 27 minutes in, and I am already running out of things to talk about.
Oh, trap card?
Trap card, let's fucking do
I
it.
activate my trap card. What do you look forward to the most when you imagine our life in 25 years?
In 25 years?
Yeah, so
All right. In a dream sense, I hope we're still able to do this podcast. Realistically, 25 years down the line, it's probably going to change in one way or another. Like, it's not going to be the exact same as it is now.
We'll be old and grumpy by then.
Old and... Dude, we won't even be in our 50s yet.
Old and grumpy.
I forgot. 40's the new old. Just kidding. 30's the new old. Once you turn 30, your youth is just poof, gone. But yeah, in a dream sense, hopefully we can both make like a career out of this podcast, something that we both enjoy doing.
I really enjoy doing this.
Yeah, like I really do envision this lasting that long. Again, just because of how frequently things change and move at different paces. I don't know if this podcast will last that long or if it'll be the exact same in 25 years as it is now. But ideally, I want this thing to last. You know, this is something that I enjoy doing. I enjoy waking up on Saturdays just to record this.
Saturday.
What about you? What do you envision our future being in 25 years?
Well, if we make it that far, I imagine that we'll probably both be like dads or something.
See, that time I saw that you could hear the siren in the mic. I watched the audio levels go up as it was turning off. Yeah. Hopefully within 25 years I'll have kids. The only reason I don't want kids now is because one, I'm not married. Two, I am too poor. I don't want to have to raise a child broke as hell. Like, I want to have at least a soft cushion to fall back on before I have a kid, you know?
Yeah, I get that, man.
But don't get me wrong. I definitely want at least a kid in the future, you know?
I thought you were about to say 8. I want at least 8 kids.
No. I think the most I could handle is 2, personally. But, like, eventually, especially because so many people, like, I've been told I have a dad aura. I always check way too much on people whenever anything's even slightly wrong. Like,
yeah,
literally earlier at work, this or earlier this week at work, one of my coworkers hit their head, and I'm just like, hey, are you okay? Are you okay? It's okay. Just stand there for a second, and I'm just like, oh God, I realize why people say that I have like the tendencies of a father, you know, like.
Oh boy.
So yeah, we probably will both at least have one child in 25 years. It's just that in 25 years, your child would be 26.
Oh, good God, he'd be older than us.
Yeah. Hey, Leon, if you're watching this in the future, piece
Fuck
of
you.
shit. I love how we both roasted your son.
Fuck you, kid.
Dude.
Oh, by the way, I just put in an order for W.
What flavor?
Let me check. It was the Dragonade. It's
Hell
their
yeah.
pink lemonade
Hell
version.
yeah.
I just grabbed one that I saw was available because I've only got like 4 scoops left of the other one.
Fair. But yeah, I just love how our first instinct was to roast the fuck out of your son.
Yes.
Hey, Leon, in 25 years, I hope you're not bitchless.
What
Probably are, though. Look at your father.
I've got what?
It's a joke. It's a
Hey.
joke. You're married, dude. That's the joke.
I'll have you know that I fuck. Son, don't listen to him. I need my son to know that his father fucks.
What the fuck?
Exactly, that fuck. I do that.
Yeah, I do the fucking.
You think we'll be retired by then?
Dude, hell no. Hell no.
Because I'll be 67 and you'll be 66.
In 25 years.
Yes.
Caleb.
Oh shit. No, I'll be 46 and you'll be 45.
No, Caleb, in 25 years, it'll be 2048. I'll be
Yes.
47.
And I'll be
You'll
48.
be 48.
I forget because it's 2023 and not,
No, you're just shit at math.
yes.
Damn. Caleb gets exposed for bad math on those nerds on a podcast?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Why is Mr. Beast trending on Twitter again?
Oh God, no. Hang on. What happened? We might have some breaking news, everybody. Oh no. Trending Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast bails 20,000 startups out of defaulting.
Oh my God. Mr. Beast is probably autistic. What?
I am begging people online to stop dick riding influencers who will do anything and everything to build their brand and enrich themselves. Joey Swole scammed people out of thousands of shreds. Mr. Beast uses the same child slave labor to make chocolates as Hershey's? What?
So Sean says Mr. Beast when he turns evil and everyone starts to like him.
Oh yeah, and it's the guy from
Homelander.
The Boys. Yeah, Homelander.
I really want to watch The Boys. I renewed my Amazon.
I need to watch it so bad. Yeah, a lot of what I'm seeing is Mr. Beast did something good with money. I'm mad that he did that with money. Stop that. He could be like every other rich person in the world and, just hoard his money for himself, not use it to help people in need, like...
It's just like, of all the people, you went after that guy? That guy?
There are so many other people more deserving of being shit on. Like, oh my God.
It's just like, what the fuck?
It makes no damn sense. Like, go after Jeff Bezos. He makes his employees piss in bottles, dude. Like, he does not give them bathroom breaks. But no, Mr. Beast, though.
Let me tell you. Let me just sip on my Starbucks that was grown by illegal immigrants with the coffee beans processed out of giant ass processed with the cream from a giant ass mass produced milking facility, given to me by a person paid with minimum wage, while I tweet this on my phone or laptop, that from which the materials were mined up by a 5-year-old in Singapore.
Yeah.
These
Again,
people are not aware at all.
yeah, like, again, you could focus that anger to such a better cause. Like, oh my god, dude.
I'm not very good at articulating my points, but I feel like I got that one across.
That one came across pretty well, if I have to say so myself. God damn, dude. I swear, though, some people are just angry to be angry. Like,
Yeah,
don't get me wrong, there's things that happen in the world that make me angry. But then, like, the little things, I try to make my life as happy as possible, you know? I try not to live my life driven by anger or fear, just because that's a shit way to live your life. If you're constantly angry, you're not living your life to the fullest, and you are never gonna be happy. Don't even try to second guess that. People need to realize to be happy, they need to not always be angry at the world. Again, there's tons of shit going on that deserves your anger, yes. But if you only focus on that... Anyway, wise words from that one or Jacob. Yeah.
Yes.
God, I am tired. I've been awake since 8, and now I feel like I am exhausted. I know what it is. I forgot to wash and use my Krabby Patty mug.
Not the Krabby Patty.
Yeah. The secret formula is coffee. What are you looking at? You look terrified.
I was just thinking, like, what if the Krabby Patty secret formula from SpongeBob was actually coffee?
No, the Krabby Patty secret formula uses crab.
Crabs?
The patties are made out of crab meat.
Oh yeah, sure. Of course.
You're saying that like you don't believe me.
I don't believe you, no.
Hang on. I swear to God, I remember Nickelodeon putting it out. Krabby Patty secret formula. Okay. Let's see here. We finally know what the Krabby Patty secret formula is. Ah, yes. It's all just jumbled up garbage. I could have sworn, though, that there was, like, an actual thing that was put out that showed the Krabby Patty secret formula. I vividly remember this.
Was it a game theory episode?
I don't remember it being game theory or film theory. Like, this recipe has crab meat in it, but I don't remember it looking like this. I remember it being in, like, the actual SpongeBob style. And it had everything listed out. What the hell? Anyway, oh, well, there is a film theory about the missing ingredient. Yeah.
The missing ingredient, not the secret ingredient?
I guess, I don't know. But I mean, according to this, which I don't think this one's accurate, but this one says that the ingredients for a Krabby Patty, right? Hamburger buns, imitation crab meat patty, cheese, ketchup, mustard, lettuce, tomatoes, pickles, onion, 2 teaspoons chopped celery, 2 teaspoons chopped onion, 4 to 6 tablespoons of vegetable oil, a teaspoon of thyme, 2 eggs, a pound of frozen imitation crab meat, defrosted and smashed into a food processor, 4 Four
Four
cubs.
cubs, huh? Four cubs, huh?
Four
Four whole
cubs.
cubs. Okay.
4 cups of seasoned breadcrumbs, a tablespoon of Dijon mustard, a tablespoon of mayonnaise, plus more for dipping sauce, salt and pepper to taste, and ketchup for dipping sauce.
So is that an early morning cum or a late in the evening cum? The measurements are slightly different.
God damn it. I can't believe that I just accidentally blurted out comes, you know? 4 of them. We need 4. Specifically 4 comes, okay?
Comes.
Comes.
Yep.
All right, Caleb. I know you haven't had a chance to play it yet, but I want to nerd out a little bit.
All right.
All right. Let me get my timer ready. All right. And nerd out. Fortnite Chapter 4 Season 2 just came out yesterday. Me and Summer played some games this morning to try and get a feel for it. And I mean, it's not like I'm spoiling anything. It's a multiplayer game, so I'm just going to talk about it verbatim. Fuck you.
Okay.
So the new main location is Mega City. And
Mega City.
Yes. Me, Summer, and Isaiah have dubbed it the new Ballin location. Okay?
New ballin location.
It is the new
Okay,
Ballin location. So, the weapons, they have a pump shotgun now and a suppressed assault rifle. Those are 2 of the newest ones. They're really fucking good. I love them. They have a katana, which sucks. It's great for quick evasion, but actually trying to use it as a weapon, you're better off using any shotgun in the game. You know, like, it is not worth it. In Mega City, there are now rails that you can grind on. Like, you know how Sonic grinds on rails in the Sonic games?
Yeah.
It's the same thing. It's just Sonic. It's just Sonic.
It's just Sonic? Always has been.
They replaced the motorcycles with a new motorcycle that is now more difficult to control. You can't jump with it. You can boost, but you can't jump. Doing tricks is a little more awkward. But again, my main issue is that it's harder to control and you can't jump. That was my favorite thing about the motorcycles, dirt bikes, whatever you want to call them from last season. Just because they actually felt decent enough to control, and the jumping made it to where you could clear over obstacles easily. Can't do that with the new motorcycles. Can't do that.
Can't do that.
One thing that I noticed whenever the last season ended, we never got a end of season event like we normally do.
Mm-hmm.
There was no end of season 1 event for Chapter 4 Season 1, which feels odd. Because, like, I feel like Epic Games has conditioned their fans to always expect an end of season event. And then, for one, they extended the season by a day for some reason. And then they never gave us an event.
Probably Johnny, the intern, like dropped the event hard drive on like the floor, and then a dog came along and ate it
After pissing on it.
But
yeah, don't get me wrong.
Johnny!
Don't get me wrong, this new season's pretty good so far. Like, me and Summer have already gotten a crown victory. Before we were supposed to do D&D today, me, Summer, and Isaiah also got a victory. So we've gotten 2 victories under our belts so far this season. But I don't know. It just feels kind of off. You know, there's something that doesn't feel quite right. I think it's just because we've only stuck ourselves to that bottom right quarter of the map. That's
you gotta
new.
expand, man.
Expand. No, like, we stuck ourselves down there because we were trying to do quest stuff and also just sort of get a feel for the new environment. But yeah, there's definitely its pros and cons. I like the new shotgun and I like the new assault rifle. I hate the fucking katana. I hate the motorcycle. It's just bad. It's just very, very bad. And also, the battle pass rewards this season. Awful. Absolutely awful. The only skin that I'm looking forward to is like a Komodo dragon looking dude. Other than that, the rest of the skins this season are ass. Like, I'm debating whether I even should get the battle pass this season. That's how bad it is.
That's how bad it is?
That's how bad it is. Like, the Komodo dragon's kind of making me like, oh yeah, I might want this, but also if I want one skin out of the like 5 or 6 they have available, that doesn't feel worth my $10. Like, at least with last season, I like pretty much all the skins they released. And also having Doomguy just sort of in the middle of it really helped. But no, there's no icon for this season either. Like, sure, you got quests to where you can unlock Eren Yeager, but
What?
yeah, that is a thing, but like, I never watched Attack on Titan yet. Caleb, you know I'm an anime noob, but I haven't watched Attack on Titan, so like, it doesn't really feel like I should be getting this battle pass just because there's so much stuff that I'm not interested in. Obviously, to each their own. Any viewers or listeners, if you feel like you want to get it, get it. I'm not telling you how to spend your fucking money. I'm just saying that I don't think this season's really for me. Definitely not battle pass wise. Anyway, that's the end of my timer.
That's
I
the
just
end of your
realized that I
timer?
made this season seem a lot more negative than I actually think it is so far.
Well, how long have we been going at this, by the way?
46 minutes.
Oh wow. So
The
let me
past 30
do.
minutes blew by. Like,
So let me do my nerd out.
all right. I got my timer set up and ready. You ready?
Yep. Nerd out. Bloons Tower Defense 6.
Yes!
I love that monkey.
Dude.
So I've been
So
working on this
good.
video. So I've been working on this video. It's almost done, by the way. And basically,
Caleb
it's
Collins returning to YouTube with Bloons
it's
Tower Defense?
it's gonna be a giant shit post. It's going. I've been editing it for 3 days.
3 days!
Yes, but I didn't realize how different Bloons Tower Defense 6 was from Bloons Tower Defense 3, 4, and 5 because of how much heroes changed the dynamic of the game and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I finally found a hero that works.
Who do
It's
you
the fire.
use?
It's the fire chick.
Oh, Gwendolyn! Yes, that's who I use too.
Yeah, and then I realized very very quickly that I had a strat that kind of works, and I literally have to do one more thing in order to get this perfect, and then I'll have this whole overarching story of stuff ready to go.
All right, dude. What's your Bloons Tower Defense strat? I need to know.
So the Bloons Tower defense strat is I always try and take out as much as I can at the very very beginning. So uh I like to put a lot of monkeys at the very beginning of the game in the front,
Mm-hmm.
and then I try to buy the hero as quickly as possible.
Mm-hmm.
After that, I buy ninja monkeys and I put them at the front.
Yeah.
And get them all the way up to spin jitsu. I mean
Mm-hmm.
blue jitsu.
Yeah.
And I will
Ninjutsu. Isn't that Ninjago or something?
that is Ninjago. And then I get the alchemists and I boost everything with their berserker stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then I put out snipers and I make them target the strongest things and I upgrade them to where they do the most penetrating damage.
Right.
And then I get a cannon and I upgrade it all the way up to Moab Shredder.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I
Best
try
one.
to and I try to and I just try to punch them as hard as they can. And then after that I establish a good wartime economy with banana farms.
Yeah.
After the banana farms go, I just build spike factory after spike factory after spike factory at the very end.
Oh yeah, dude.
There's so the ones that manage to get through the complete and utter onslaught, they just go, they don't even make it.
Listen, I love slowing the balloons down. The
Wow,
first
you're a
things
glue
I'll
gunny?
normally get, I'll get a glue gun balloon or a glue gun monkey at the beginning, and then just a regular monkey and upgrade it to where it can target camo balloons.
You know,
And then I'll get the
Bloons
wizard balloon so that way I can use shimmer, and then boom, no more camo. Camo balloons? Think of the past.
You know, Bloons Tower Defense 6 is multiplayer. After I release that video, we should totally stream. Like, apparently Dan has the game. You, me, and Dan should just team up on
See,
flexing the balloons.
I have it on mobile.
No,
I have it because it's on Apple Arcade, so I got it for free.
It might work. It might.
I mean, I wouldn't be able to stream it. I'd definitely play if we could figure that out. But yeah, unfortunately, I am a mobile blooner.
Because I'm just gonna spoil a little bit. The title is "Flexing on the Chinese by Popping Balloons,"
Yeah.
and so that's the whole setup. Is that it's me going in and out of this whole bit that I'm at war with China, and the way to win the war is to pop as many balloons as possible.
What the fuck?
And you know what? I'm going to get everybody who listens to this podcast to watch that video with this one line. Every balloon is red at its core.
God damn, that goes hard.
I said
That goes hard, bro. God damn.
and every time and there's this one part of the video where I kept losing like the island, because why would the Chinese ever try to invade an island? But they kept winning, and so then I grabbed screen recordings of me watching footage from the beaches of Normandy and me studying tactical beach invasions on YouTube. It's
Oh shit.
am I out of time?
That is time. We
Okay.
have a few minutes left. This is like the first time I actually don't know what else to talk about within the last 10 minutes of the podcast.
I activate my trap card.
All right, we'll do one more, and then this one might be a short episode, but then again, last week's was long, so that might work out.
Huh. How do you think technology is making our lives easier or harder? How do you think technology affects our family life?
Okay, listen. I have an answer for both easier and harder,
Mhm.
and it is the exact same answer. Social media.
Mm.
Listen, don't get me wrong. I love the ability to be able to connect with people all around the world. You know, like, I love
Mhm.
that idea. If it weren't for technology, Caleb, me and you wouldn't be able to talk right now either.
Exactly.
So, like, social media is a big thing. I'm able to keep up with, like, what my family's up to since I don't live with them anymore. I'm able to keep up with
Mhm.
what my friends are up to. I'm able to get, like, yeah, people always say silence brand on Twitter and stuff, but like brands that I'm genuinely interested in, I can get real-time updates instead of having to wait for like a newsletter or anything like that to come in the mail. But then the downsides to social media, it gives us all a very negative representation of ourself, especially looking at big influencers. A lot of us look at that and we're like, why can't we be like them? Why can't we get as lucky as they got? Or like
Mhm.
influencers that post a lot of I someone just followed me on Twitch while I'm recording this and it popped up. I'm glad I
As we're
took out
shitting on social media.
I forget the tournament. People have to follow me on Twitch. But anyway, like people that post pictures of themselves and are relatively attractive. Like, I can't tell you how many times whenever I was a teenager that I saw a picture of a guy and I'm like, oh man, he's attractive. Why do I have to look the way I do? And I beat down on my own self-image. Like,
Mhm.
also, being able to share every opinion at the same time is not a good thing. Like, yes, being able to see those different opinions is amazing. You need to be able to see opinions different from your own to truly understand and appreciate life.
Mhm.
But that's why me and Caleb talked about we're not going to talk about anything publicly divisive on this
Mhm.
podcast, is because people online take it too far. Don't get me wrong. There are many, many things that I disagree with. Like, me and Caleb, we have talked about our disagreements. But
Oh yeah.
we've agreed, like, we can still be friends at the end of the day. We can
Mhm.
agree to disagree
Yeah.
and we can
And
still talk.
we don't lie to each other. We don't talk about each other behind. We don't talk about the other behind people's backs in like a negative
Exactly.
way.
Exactly. And like that's one bad thing with social media is like so many people believe like, "Oh, well you believe in this one little thing. I'm not going to worry about the rest of your character. I'm going to worry about that." You know, like
Mhm,
me and Caleb, we focus on the stuff we have in common, the games that we
mhm.
like playing together, the
Oh, the
movies
games.
that we've both enjoyed, the sports that we
Oh,
both
yeah.
enjoy. Like,
Speaking of which, did you, I have to confess, I actually did talk about you negatively once behind your back. So it was this is a bit of a bit, but it's it was I made a z- I have this internal thing where it's like the zombie apocalypse list. It's like
oh, and
who
then
would
I would be one of the first people to die.
no, you'd be one of the people I saved, or at least would try to. But but the reason why it came up is because my wife and I were talking about it, and she's just like, "Is Jake on your zombie apocalypse list?" I'm like, "Yeah," and I listed all of your pros, and I listed all of your cons.
Oh no. But yeah,
Yeah,
anyway,
we should do an episode sometime where it's just like zombie survival
true.
plans and what we would do.
True. But yeah, no, like social media, it's basically conditioned people to believe like if you don't believe with everything I believe 100% of the way, I can't associate with you.
Attack,
And
attack, 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 attack.
I hate that mindset. I really do. Like
It's such a negative mindset.
it is. It really is. Like social media has conditioned us to yes, be able to talk to people from all over the world, but it's also conditioned us to be hateful, ungrateful, very privileged and entitled. Like it's just God, there was a reason that at the beginning of the year I deleted Twitter from my phone for a month. I deleted
Mm-hmm.
all social media from my phone for a month, and I was
Uh-huh.
happier. I was genuinely happier without it. But also I missed again being able to see things real time, like if there were updates on a movie that I wanted to see.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to have to go digging around for it. I liked the ability of having it right there at my fingertips. So, yeah. And
Hooray!
as for how technology affects our relationship, it's the thing keeping it alive right now because we live in separate states.
Keeping it alive, my brother in Christ. What the hell?
Dude, admit it, if it weren't for technology after you would have moved, I doubt either of us would have wanted to have the patience to write letters.
I wrote you letters in OSET.
I never got a single letter.
Oh, I'm gonna kill my mom then. I wrote you a letter.
Damn!
I wrote you. Oh, she's in trouble now. I sat down and I wrote you a letter.
I just threw Mama Collins under the bus.
Mom, what the fuck?
Anyway, what's your take on it? Or do you share a lot of the same opinions that I
So
have?
I agree, but I'm going to come at it from a different angle because technology has a lot of pros and a lot of cons. So I'm going to attack it from a different angle. I think that technology has made our lives really, really easy, in the fact that we don't have to struggle and scrounge just to survive most of the time.
Mhm.
If you have the ability to make around $6 a day, you can eat, because you can go down to the dollar menu at McDonald's and put junk in your face, and like you would technically be alive. Like you'd probably have
It would be a
like your
very
life
poor life, but you
a
would be
very
alive.
poor, destitute life, but there's a little bit of hope in that because at least you've made it to the next day.
Mhm.
But on the other hand, it's because life is so easy for a lot of people. I think people don't struggle as much as they should, and so you see a lot of people walking around where they don't have a purpose in their life. Nihilism has gotten very, very popular among a lot of college students, if I'm being
Yeah,
honest.
yeah. And I
Where
do
it's
agree, like, in life, you do have to struggle to learn. That's why, like,
and
whenever people try to tell me not to do something, I'm like, no, I'd rather fall on my ass and learn not to do it than have someone
and
tell me to not do it and I don't experience that part of life.
and then eventually, because it's life, I think when life does finally make stuff really, really hard for people, instead of being able to take it because they've struggled their entire lives and get back on the horse, I think a lot of people just crumble.
Yeah, they're
And it,
unprepared.
and I think that's something that our parents had a hard time figuring out because everything was really new.
Mhm.
On the plus side, because we've gone through this technological boom, very, very similar to the very, very similar to the whole boom we got like in the 1860s, where factories were just popping up all
Yeah,
over the
yeah.
place. And a lot of people, and it took us a generation in order to adjust to that lifestyle. I think that when parents come around, for our kids, we'll be able to teach them how to interact with the internet, how to be, and there will be some things that we don't know.
Oh,
And there will be
definitely.
like
Definitely.
I'm not like if my dad didn't really know how to talk to me about social media. He did a pretty good job about it, but there was some stuff that I did have to figure out on my own. There will be some stuff that I could probably help my son out with, but I won't know how to handle. Like if somebody makes a deep fake out of him, I'm gonna be honest, that'll be completely out of my hands.
Yeah,
I'm
just
like
like, sorry,
I'm,
kid.
I'm gonna be honest, son. I don't know how to tackle this one. Because we're in the generation where we're adults, but deepfakes are just now becoming like a really
And
new
a lot of
thing.
like AI generation too. Like we talked about earlier with the AI presidents, that
Like
can also it's used for funny videos, but it can also be used for very negative things.
so I think it'll be really cool because we're gonna be the old guys that fall for scams, but instead of falling for scams, we're falling for deepfakes. That's what it's gonna be.
Yeah,
We're gonna
and
be
like with
we're
how
gonna
with how good
we're gonna be
AI
following.
generation's gotten, it's hard to tell the difference
But our
sometimes.
kids, because they grew up in it, will be able to tell the difference. They'll be able to go, Dad, that's a deep fake, and I'll be looking at it like, huh?
This
And
looks
they're like,
so
yeah.
real.
I was just like, what? They're like, are you sure? Like, yeah, Dad, it's a deep fake. And then they'll point out something. Like, you see how for like 2 seconds that part of the screen went slightly blue. That's a deep fake. And I'm like, how the fuck did you notice that?
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
I was like, what?
God, that was a good card to pull. Aside from the
Yeah.
first two, just like, what do you want our
The
future
first
kid to do? You know, like,
the first two were funny, but the third one got us into like
oh
philosophical.
yeah, no,
How are
that
we gonna
definitely
tackle
that got
shit
us
kind of stuff?
spilling our actual minds, because like we've never really gotten too serious on this
Oh
podcast. I don't
shit!
think.
Those guys are thinking. Unsubscribe. Unsubscribe.
Oh, this isn't funny. This is making me realize things.
I came to watch dumbasses. Why are you too smart?
Oh my god. And it's a good thing you pulled that card too, because we actually wound up pulling it to a little over an hour now.
Woo! Yeah, that's what we like to see.
All right. Well, thank you to everyone for watching and or listening. We hope to see you guys next week. Caleb, is that your bit for the end of every episode?
Yes.
Is there anything you want to say before we end this episode?
Buy my dummy.
Buy W. www.w.gg. Use code SCOUTY at checkout for 10% off.
Yeah.
All right, bye guys.
Bye.